going to take to run your office on a regular day. But if it's a temporary type deal that we need to get you back up and going for a little bit, we need to know what you can get by with, the least amount of phones, the least amount of computers you can get back up and going. This is a fairly new deal for the state auditors. Several counties are having to do the same thing we're doing right now. It's something that's not required by state emergency management, but it's required by the state auditor. So we are putting these measures in place. We have an emergency operation plan for the county, but it doesn't, the FEMA regulations don't support that. You know, so this is something that each county has to do. So we need to know that, and then if a disaster happens here in Wagoner, my goal is to move the courthouse to Coweta, period. So the problem is if there's a disaster in this town, we need to get the courthouse away from it, and we need to get the people away from it, because what happens is that Red Cross will come in and start setting up shelters at all the churches, and if for some reason the Civic Center is not involved, we're going to need that probably for sheltering or emergency operations centers, but also it's on the same block, so it could be affected too. So we need to try to find a big enough building on Coweta side.
I don't know if it's a possibility at all. Sandy Hodges claims that I have not toured the facility at the Armory, but I think they have. I know that because some of my commercial appraiser has, and he said they have some awesome meeting space and that. So I don't know.
We have meetings there probably once a month, or it's a very nice facility. They have several meeting rooms. Only problem I'm going to see on that is getting clearance to get everybody in and out.
Yeah.
And then also
Parking would be a problem.
Parking would be a problem. Another thing is also in a disaster situation, they're going to be deployed too, so they might not want us in there. So we just need to, whatever we do, we need to make an agreement and write out an agreement with the facility that we're going to use. We just got to try to find a facility big enough to house everybody. That's going to be the issue.
Sheriff Colbert, I think the auditor's report was geared more towards the computer backups and stuff like that. My suggestion would be, I think we need to hire somebody to tell us what we need to do, and nothing to take nothing away from you, but you're talking how many computers in the courthouse. Those have to be ready if there is a disaster. It's not a matter of packing up computers and carrying somewhere, because they may not be here. You know, I think the way I read the report, that's the way it needs to be, you know, wherever. It doesn't matter if it's the Coweta, Broken Arrow, or the Armory, wherever, but we should be able to flip a switch and go right to that, not try to pick through disasters and add computers and back over it.
We're supposed to be up, back and running in 24 to 48 hours, is what the goal is, supposedly on that. So we have to know exactly where we're getting the computers, where we're getting the phones, and all that stuff. That's part of the plan too. So
I just don't know, you know, I don't know if we could have the capabilities of, this is the type of file you need, or backup, or server, or whatever. I think Michael would probably be more, you know, involved in something like that. So I think that's the majority of the worry from the auditor. Are the records still going to be there? Your tax records still going to be there? And the physical part, I don't think we're going to have any trouble wherever we move to. We've got the capabilities of doing that. It's just the records and being able to start business again, like he said, in 24, 48 hours.